I don't know why my bloody phone's on that speed. This is going to get high.
Yeah, there you go.
Help me. Oh, you need to help me. How is it though, the day after you actually goes, because the wee man's not well, that there's only 3 days?
Have you got enough room there?
Boys, I need to, before we go to the show today, yesterday was one of the best days I've ever had out on goal. St Andrews, playing against the Golf Life boys, Bullard, Tubes, Big Ange was there, no Ange, it's Tubes' brother, Ange, right. Called, what a day it was. Mate, honestly, but me and Si, I don't think we appreciate it as much as we probably should have, because we're not really into golf. Maybe we should have said to you, mate.
I was hate that point.
Oh, that's a waste of a day for you, mate. That's my bucket list, play St Andrews.
So do people honestly,
never played it.
Do they come all over the world to play St Andrews?
Unbelievable. By the way, I was up there for my 62nd birthday in March, and I wasn't playing that course, but I had to walk down and be like the rest of the fannies in the world, get a photo in the bridge. And you queue up.
We got that as well.
Aye, you're a fud, ain't you? You're standing there.
You can't get a photo if you've not played it.
Aye, you're right. The fuck no, doesn't know you played it. You know,
you can't on it.
You serious? Are you let me just walk on?
Aye.
You can Sunday. By the way, your duck can go into a piss in the green if it wants. On a Sunday, aye. Homey golf. It's the best golf course. It's not a great golf course, but the fact that you come off and say you played that. But
you couldn't see it. You couldn't see the full course for the full 4 years we were there because of the mist. So people have probably travelled there for America and you couldn't see it.
That's what happens, isn't it?
Have you ever played anywhere near St Andrews?
Oh, man, there's a lot of there's the Eden. I played the Eden.
Anywhere near it, as in close to it.
No, in
Scotland. St Andrews. Oh, like as good as it.
And the postcode
just says it.
King's Barnes is just up the road, which is sensational. MD plays golf.
Played the Fairmont.
Fairmont, aye, that's nice course as well. Beautiful up there for a golf. It was a waste of you and Si.
What a place it was. Si was just no grassman at all, but the night before, so we went up
nice. It's good up there.
Aye, so the night before, I can't tell you, I'm going to wait for Monday podcast. Know that I'm putting this one. No, lads, listen, because
we are the wee daddy podcast.
No, this one's actually better now. That is. But Si and Kev are going to be on Monday, and they're part of the investigation that's going on. The stuff that happened the night before. Obviously, as Kev's golf shoes were in a freezer, but we can't reveal what happened after that.
After it,
we'll leave that one away. You must have met a lot of good people up there, a lot of good Americans, now. No. You meet any Yanks?
Paddy boy, how you get him out night?
I'm alright, mate.
What time did you get him at last night?
I don't know, back at 12.
Oh, did you go to the parkade?
No, absolutely not. Up the road.
And that's the
that was a long night.
I just watched the game on the telly, mate.
What have you been up to? I want to know what you've been up to the last week.
I've been very quiet. I've been working Sunday, obviously, the Old Firm game as well. Monday, Tuesday, playing golf. Yesterday I was in the hospital. Fucking hell, man. Mate, see when you get to a certain age, you start worrying when you get into that hospital and see some of the sights that are going out. Thinking, no belong here. I'm getting wheeled in here. Fucking cheap, depressing. So quiet. I'm getting built up for probably next couple of weeks. Obviously, big one next Friday in the Hydro. I'm playing, talk about golf, right?
Good.
What a day I'm having. See if I can get something in the middle of this, it'll be best day of my life. Friday morning, Loch Lomond Golf Course, which is like...
That's the one everybody wants to play.
Is it?
Mate. Right, on the house. Up you go. Brilliant. Right?
No, you need to pay, don't you?
Aye.
If you don't, then you need to claim it. You need to declare it up. You're paying it.
It's a fortune. we do Loch Lomond. I've got a wee hotel booked for the afternoon, down changed, and then up to see you guys in the Hydro.
See the night of the Hydro, you're going to stay in Glasgow?
I'm going to probably stay in Glasgow, and then I'm like Used Boys Cup final the next day, so it's a brilliant weekend, and then I'm away the following week. So, exciting times ahead.
And then we're going to be at the Euros, we'll see you there. The 3 years will be there at the same time.
That's got to be good, isn't it?
Now, have you see how I was mentioning this? See Bullard, he's one of the most fascinating guys I've ever came across.
Aye.
He was talking about you, Fad. He actually said that moment we dunked the stair. You used to have a bit of banter with him.
No, we weren't really having.
No, well, you know,
banter,
you just told lies.
No, it wasn't. It was he Big Dunk punched Paul Sharner, and he was just like staring into, he was staring through people, and Jimmy Bullard says to him, "You alright, big man?" Or something. Tried to have a bit of banter, and he just looked right through him. So he popped round to me, and he's like, "Big man, alright?" And I'm like, "I don't know, mate, but I ain't fucking getting anywhere near him. Doesn't look like he's alright, does it?"
You said Ferguson was waiting for him in the tunnel.
Aye, because he's like, when he was walking off, "I'll see you in there." Come on then. For a laugh.
Really just submit to him?
Aye, but see the same game, you ever seen the cut where there's like a big like Rami in the box, he jumps over the top, that's the same game.
I said that, yes, I can't believe it.
He's fucking nuts. Mental.
Bullard's good,
nuts. He was a very good football player.
Was he? I couldn't really remember him as a player.
He's skill on
They've
that.
got an England squad.
So he did, aye. See that he was talking about that yesterday.
Very
Seen
good.
a wee bit about it.
Very
He was
good.
in the
He
England
was a
squad?
crackpot, aye.
Was he? His best one was Man City when he done
Phil
the
Brown one.
Aye, that was. I like that. A great character. He must have been brilliant every morning.
See, when you were a manager, would you like characters like that in your team?
Aye. I like people that, because I was one. You know what I mean? I was every morning up to everything, taking a piss, having a laugh. I had wee great characters in the dressing room. So as a manager, you're not going to pull that.
You think though, because I couldn't imagine you keeping your players out and going, ruin them all.
No,
you know,
no.
on the pitch is for the fans.
No,
so that type of manager
aye.
probably wouldn't like him
No.
because that manager's doing that sort of game. Do you know what I mean?
There's different. I had great boys, you know what I mean? I had guys like, I mentioned before, Paul Kinnear that I threw off the bus before I went to an away game. Team bus. It was fucking hilarious, man.
What, threw him off the bus?
He was just, he was one of his boys.
What, the bus was
Did you hear
gone?
him?
No, I was the back window.
That's a movie.
And he's still lying there.
Tell me get up.
No, I never even started the bus. He was on the.
Oh, boy, you meant the movie.
He's still lying the 74 on the hard shoulder.
Right, go. No, I'm not ready yet, Gaffer. Slow down a bit. Go.
I went to junction 4. Come up and junction. He's never forgiven me for it. He was a fucking. He
He just jumped out and started running.
We had a massive game, and he'd played the week before. He was brilliant, I've got to say. But I had players coming back, and I knew that I was going to have a bother with him, and I pulled him in just before the team bus left. And he's fucking what a character. And I says to him, "Look, I'm going to put you on the bench." But I gave him the usual shite. You've heard this a million times. The manager will say, "But you could be the match winner," right? You've heard that. So usually, you could be the match winner, you could come on, all that. So anyway, he gets him out the room and the bus is boarding and it's important, and I'm a wee bit uptight, and one of my staff come in and say, "BK's causing some problems in there. He's getting a boot going, I can't believe I'm dropped. I fucking played X, Y, and Z." So I walks on the bus and the door shuts and the driver's just about to pull away, and I says, "Stop." I says, "Open that fucking door." So I shouts up, "BK, come down." And he come down, right? And I went, "Off the bus." And he looked, he went, "What?" I went, "Off the bus." I says, "I'll see you Monday." He says, "Well," I says, "Off the fucking bus." So everybody saw, by that time the players are going mental, innit? So he gets off the bus. I'll never forget, right? He's standing, and before the door, he's gone, "I've no money to go up the road," because he didn't drive, right? One of the boys brought him down. He went, "I've no money. I've no money to go up the road." Right? I says, "Just fucking walk then." So I says to the driver, so the bus went away, and honestly, all the boys were up. I fucking put him a character. But he was a character when everything was going well for him, brilliant in the dressing room. And I could understand it. He was so disappointed, but he couldn't let it go. Do you know what I mean? And I knew that I was going to be concentrating him all the way down the bus and in the dressing room.
Sounds like a young you.
Aye.
I can't believe I'm not playing. That's a disgrace.
I've done it a million times. Right, I've done it a million times.
So you knew it was coming. So you just went, "Nah."
By the way, I remember sitting in the dressing room when I get Wraith Rovers it was, and Jimmy Nicholl, for some reason, I don't know, I think he'd been fucking on the lash the night before, left mute, put me in the bench, right? And I never took my gear off till 2:45. And everybody was sitting wondering, is she going in? Right? And you're right, when you look back, you go, what a dick. But even as a manager, I thought to myself, but I just couldn't take the chance of concentrating on him. But I love characters in dressing rooms. I think they make it. Sometimes a manager, I used to, even if we're getting beat, I used to walk into my office and just sit and have a cup of tea and let the boys deal with it. And I think sometimes you've got to do that.
There is things where you look back, I look back and I actually can't believe some of the things you've done as a player. I remember when we were playing, was it a reserve game? I know it's a reserve game for
Does it matter?
People shouldn't be in that, but we were playing Thistle in a reserve game and I wasn't feeling me when I came on. So after the game, Stevie Frail, we get beaten, he was hammering the players and he was like, your attitude was a disgrace when you came on. So I was in a mood as in thinking, I'm not well. And I started fucking getting ready, mate. After they spoke to me, I was like, I've had enough and walking out. But me, I would never do that. But see, when you look back and think, what was actually going through my head at that point? I done it to him.
He just...
Have you ever done it like that?
Have you ever done something outrageous in your career that... I was a nightmare. I was okay for
outrageous, but I was a moaner. I moaned all the time.
So see, you were playing Fatty, would you...
I'd be moaning.
To the manager?
Aye, moaning. No.
Shut the door and everything?
I'd go every Monday. Every single Monday. Every time I wasn't playing, I'd go and see him.
I would just tell you, fuck
I know,
off.
but... Well, basically I did anyway, but it was for me. Like, all the time. See, like, doing shape, crossing and finishing. I wanted to play as a centre forward. I was never a centre forward. Going out wide, cross balls in, for fuck's sake, man.
You want to score the goals?
Aye. But then if you're in the middle and somebody else is crossing it and you know you're better at crossing, you're going, fucking hell, I should be at crossing. It was just, I moaned daily probably to get through.
Aye.
Like the hard parts of training, the shit parts. I probably moaned that I was a wee arsehole when I played.
See, when you went away with Scotland, that it was like Walter Smith, like, would you moan them as well?
If I wasn't playing?
Aye.
I moaned, I didn't like no playing. It wouldn't be constant. Like, it'd have a wee, fuck's sake, man. Like, I wouldn't be disruptive, but you could tell I wasn't happy.
Did you ever go in the huff and training that? Just go, fuck it?
No,
I was like a wee boy. I used to fucking stand in the corner.
Terrible. So I used to send me for laps all the time.
Is that right?
See, like when you referee, the worst part of being a coach is refereeing, isn't it? Training. It's the worst part. Everything else is, the worst part's refereeing. Big Butch. I used to moan about everything. Moan at refs, everything. All the decisions. He'd just send me for a lap. Because I just moan that much. Go, fuck off. Hurry up, quick lap, whilst training's going on. Hurry up! Hurry up!
I done it in my later years, but not my younger
that
years.
Refereeing and training is the hardest fucking thing in the world. That people, like, you can't see it. That was the one where I've obviously smashed the ball off the outfit. And thinking, what the fuck have I done? He's worked with fucking Walter Smith, Alec McLeish, McCoy's not, and then I've smashed the ball off him, thinking, my head had just went. I couldn't handle when players were moaning at you for the ball being up. I'm thinking, just go on with the drill or whatever.
Yeah. It's hard. Like I was terrible when I was younger. Terrible. Moaned about everything. Would you go on
coaches and that as well with like decisions and training?
Oh, everything.
Mate, honestly, my heart goes out to the coaches.
Honestly, then you need to do it. I had to do it, and I had a few run-ins with wee Scott McDonald.
Oh, he must be.
Terrible.
Was he the worst?
Terrible. Aye, Scotty was terrible. Scotty was absolutely terrible. Like, I got on great with Scotty, but everybody just rang. Everybody. He knows everything.
I've never met him, but seeing you see him on the telly, you think, you just look like...
He's good, but he tells everybody what he does. It's actually quite funny, but no when you're in the middle of it, because you're just like...
No, I wouldn't like that as a coach. If a player was telling I'm not happy with this, like, players should just be listening to the coaches and go on with it. Telling you.
You done alright. I've seen you operating at East Kilbride, son. You had authority. You told the 6-year-olds...
Right, that's I mean, you're going to do this again another day. I made a sponsor Jewson again. I'm doing the first bit and you're going to go into the bigger one, see the free lines down there. Mate, our sponsor campaign with Jewson continues this week, lads. Jewson's brilliant, isn't it? We've said, let's give us a wee lift. We want to remind you again that the Jewson Live on Tour Scotland edition is coming to the SCC Glasgow on the Thursday, 6th of June. Get yourself there for an action-packed day filled with celebrity hosts Emma Jones and Kenny Dalglish. Exclusive interviews, amazing on the day deals, and over 80 suppliers showcasing the latest products and innovations.
Keep going.
So rub shoulders with industry experts, participate in exciting games and win fantastic prizes. Dazzler, now it's your time, mate.
But wait, good, there's more. Enjoy complimentary breakfast, lunch and the opportunity to challenge darts pros Robert Thornton and James Wade.
Good, keep going, that was brilliant.
Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity. Register now for free at jewson.co.uk.
It's the Jewson Live on Tour Scotland edition happening at SEC Glasgow on Thursday, 6th of June. Celtic, are they worthy champions?
Aye, they've won. Well, they've got the most points, so they finished exactly where they deserve to be. I thought last night they were brilliant.
Probably one of the best they've been all season.
They were brilliant. Talking about playing on a pitch that nobody wants to play on against a team that nobody wants to play against, and they were outstanding. The way they moved the ball, they got into their rhythm pretty quickly. I thought that putting Adam Ida up front was genius because they've struggled at Kelly because Kelly have been brave. They've pressed them high up the pitch in the 4-4-2. They've went man for man and almost forced mistakes. Certainly the last couple of games at Rugby Park, the last game at Rugby Park, forced mistakes and won the ball back loads and caused Celtic loads of problems. So I thought it, and sometimes you're watching Celtic playing, and when teams they get the press on, you can cut the ball up to the striker, but it's no Kyogo's game. Like he can hold it in, he's got great touch and awareness, and we all know how good his movement is. But when it comes to the kind of having to sometimes you need to back into the defender, feel them, and then plays a target man. Ida was excellent. He was brilliant, and it was something different, but it allowed Celtic to control the game better. Because if it wasn't on to play into big man's feet, and he was like the amount of praise Kilmarnock have had for being big and strong, aggressive at the back. Big man ran them ragged.
Yeah, I actually think, and Celtic had a bit of criticism this season being a bit like throughout, but I actually think the last 5 or 6 weeks it's probably been our best form of the season.
When it came to the pressure stuff, wasn't it? The post split, I've looked at the fixtures and I always said Rangers game, because I fancied them win all the games. Right? I know Kilmarnock was always the talking point. If Rangers beat Celtic at Celtic Park and then they go to Kilmarnock, Kilmarnock have been brilliant. We can't disagree with that. But I thought Celtic, I think Faddy makes a great point. He did last night, focal point, and also, and I've got to say, the introduction in the last couple of weeks of Forrest has been his best move. His best move. He just looks like the young James Forrest, doesn't he? And we always,
he's only 32.
That's what I say, Faddy. She punters who do my head in, because seem to get to a certain age, they write these players off. This guy is still as fit as he's ever been, right? He's more experienced, and experience is brilliant in every walk of life, Slaney. And also, he knows how to get the job done.
Yeah. But do you think this came from the managers though, like when Ange came in and Rodgers wasn't playing? Do you think that came from managers not playing him, that people have kind of thought that about his age?
100%.
But it's also the amount of players that have come in. Look, when it was Jota, Maida, Abada was coming in scoring goals, you could see, but this season, I was surprised it's taken so long for him to get in.
Also, Faddy, when you look at it, their focal points are Midley Park. They've got that back now.
That's the biggest thing for me.
Hatate, O'Reilly, McGregor. They've got that three. That's a strong bit in there, and that ticks everything over. So I agree. I thought last night, and they get the quick goals. I thought they were terrific.
Yeah. Would you take Forrest to the Euros? And you think Clark will?
I would, because I know that we don't play with wingers, but he gives you the option to change it if you need to with wingers. But also when he plays that kind of two deeper midfielders and two more advanced, I think he can play in there, no problem. I think he can play as one of the, either on the right or the left, as the kind of narrow attacking midfielder. I think Jamesy can do
See,
that.
with the most players now, I would take wingers. Because I agree with Faddy. We go 3-5-2 or whatever, or the block in the middle, but we play 3-2 wing backs. We're at a Euros against top quality teams. We'll need to change somewhere along the line, right? Maybe go to a back four, need a bit more width, go to a 3 up top with a winger or whatever it may be. So I think with extra players, I would cover ourselves.
Yeah.
And right now, everybody says, take the players that are in form. James Forrest has come on and looks like he's got a new lease of life.
It's like a wild card, because he's came from nowhere in terms of where he's been playing.
Yeah.
But you know what you're going to get. It's a safe wild card. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
There's no like a young boy that's just burst onto the scene and you're going, wow, get him in, let's see how he does. You know he can do it.
And he can
think he
handle
will.
that. Do you?
I think he will.
26 players as well.
he text you?
Definitely
No,
helps him.
no.
No, he's not got back to him since he just.
Are you still
Look, Dad's talking to him up. He actually's back talking to him.
Oh,
so
yeah.
good.
Are he?
What is that for? Cup final tickets?
Perfect.
Do you talk to him or do you text talk?
No, talk, phone, FaceTime.
In the
Do you
back.
FaceTime?
No, in the back.
No, when James is in the back. Him and Alan in together.
By the way, I find that strange, right? Maybe it's my age. You can't be FaceTiming your fucking mate.
I'll tell you though.
No.
You can't do
It's
that.
just like sitting.
I wouldn't see if somebody faced it. I
you
would.
patch it?
See, even unless it's abroad or something, I would not.
I'm surprised. I
I
thought you'd
would
be right into FaceTime
not
as
answer that, mate. Not a chance. Right? Would you?
Aye, but I don't do it. But if somebody FaceTime me,
I'd
I'll
be
answer.
going, what are you doing, you prick?
How big is the gap between Celtic and Rangers? Oh,
6 points.
So that was the debate. I heard Souness gone, and that's what he was saying, it's only 6 points. But I think when you look at the two squads, Celtic, I think, look a lot better than Rangers, players-wise.
I think Rangers are just, with Kilmarnock, just desperate to get cup final, right? They'll take their chances in the cup final. Are they capable of winning it? 100% they are, right? A one-off cup final, of course they are. Celtic will get in favourites. I think Kilmarnock just wants to get to the summer
Aye.
and just sit down and say, right, restructure everything. I think he's got a massive job in the summer. I really do.
I think if you gave him the option, he'd get rid of almost everybody. Aye.
Wow.
Fucking groundsman a lot. Boom. Out.
So who,
I agree. I
so who for the current squad would do you think that?
Well, no
potentially
Butland.
could
He'll keep Butland all day long, right? But I keep going back to, and I think I'm the minor of the people here. I still would keep Tavernier.
Aye, I would have.
Right, I'm a Tavernier fan. I think when I know he going back defending and he gets a bit of criticism, but see what he gives you. I think it's very hard to go and get another fullback like that, right? But I think there's a lot of dead wood in there that needs cleared out, and I think he'll do it.
There's a lot of players that have been under different managers and you're getting the same level of performance off of them. I think that if he had the option and they had the money, he'd get rid of nearly everybody and bring his own type of player in, his own, because like sometimes like the game at Ibrox with three each and he's saying it's a moral victory, he's trying to lift people. The game after Dundee where he's saying I've seen improvement, he's trying to get the best out of what's there. There's no way that he believes that, because you can see when he's talking, he doesn't get carried away when they win games. He talks about, you know, how he wants his team to be and have a mentality. He's trying to bring that because he feels that it's no there. I think that had Rangers had Sima, Danilo fit for longer, Cortez I thought looked like a decent player, and you know, players fit for longer, then it'd have been interesting. But a fully fit Celtic and a fully fit Rangers, Celtic are a better team.
Aye.
They've got better players, and they've got players that are used to winning as well. But it'll be interesting. I think Celtic need to have a different approach to recruitment this summer. It can't be 2.5 million, same profile player. It can't be. It can't be, because you've got too many. You've got too many projects, and then that means they're going to go either more experienced players for a wee bit more money or maybe a big bit more money. So Rangers need to try and bridge that gap. It'll be an interesting summer, but I think there'll be big changes at Rangers if Kilmarnock can make the changes. I think they will.
Who would you keep for that Rangers team?
Yilmaz, Butland, Tavernier, Diamandi, Cortez. I think I agree looked decent when he came in. I still would keep Dessers.
Would you keep Dessers?
20 odd goals, man.
I know.
Right, but he frustrates the life out of me. Do you know what I would do? I would ask Ali McCoy to come in for fucking a month and tell him how to finish. In the sense of hitting the ball.
I'm
half joking here, but what I'm saying is, Coisty was the best. I played with Coisty when he came to Rangers. He was the best I ever seen, even in training.
No, I wasn't. No, the idea. I was just saying a month. Maybe need longer than a month.
No, just to give him. It's
no, he's like 28, isn't he? He's not.
It's like saying to him, learning him how to hit the ball. Like Coisty scored that many goals because when the ball came to him, he hit it before the goalkeeper gets set. Right, see, you watch his goals, he was brilliant, he was a master at it, right? As the ball came, he would hit it before the goalkeeper was set. Dessers gets his cell into great positions, that's what I like about him, right? I'm thinking to myself, the reason you're getting all the chances is because you're getting into great positions, right? And that's an ability itself. But he fucking either takes a second touch or he turns or
it's no instinctive, is it?
Whatever, exactly.
And it's the ones he misses are ones that you can work on.
That's what I'm saying. Get into that just every time. Do you know, I remember watching, who was it, centre forward, I went down to Kingsley, I think it was, at Man City, and he was a great finisher, and they used to do this wee drill, and I used to stand and look and fucking go, what are you doing? Right? And he'd get the coach, he would have a hurdle. And the coach would stand with a ball and he would run and he would jump over the hurdle and he's landing, the coach would fire the bottom. And he had to adjust his feet and hit it, right? And sometimes he would fucking all over the place or he wouldn't get it. But see once, and I thought to myself, what's he fucking doing? But that's what he was working on. The minute the ball came in, bang, he hit it. And as I say, Coisty scored all the goals because if you watch him, and I watched him in training, I was only there for, I think, about a year when Ali came. And I used to watch him in training and think, my God, you take the ball so quick. You know what I mean? He hits it so quick. And it was because, you know, a goalkeeper, they'll come out and they'll do all that nonsense, right? The fucking ball was by them before they even got themselves set. And Dessers needs to get into a habit of taking the chance of hitting the goal.
I think you could get a good I think he's done, when he scored over 20 goals or whatever, I think you could get, I would take 5-6 million for him.
You're not getting that for him.
Do you know?
Straight 5-6 million for him? I fucking care, I would carry him in my bag.
What did they sign him for?
I think it was about 4, but...
So that's what the saying is.
If you got your money back,
you take it.
I think he's done. I think he's done well. He's spot on with the type of goal that if he added, you'd be talking about a 30 goal striker because there's so even the other night comes in, you're thinking just hit it first time. Doesn't need to be smashed. Just and he takes a touch and the touch is away and before you know it, defender's got a chance to get back. There was one at Ross County. Great movement, comes on with the left foot, takes a touch again, or he hits it out of the bar. These are things you can do every day. You talk about Coisty and the boy at Man City training. Big Dunk used to do finishing every day, and it was the simplest finishing. Ball in the 6 yard, corner 6 yard, you went to the edge of the box, roll it out, and he just pass it into the bottom of the corner, pass it, left foot, right foot, different angle, same finish, pass come from a different angle, because that's what happens when you're in the box. When it falls to you, as a striker, a good striker, you need to have a first time finish. You have to have.
It
doesn't mean everything needs to be first time. Of course, you need to take a touch at times, but you need to have the ability to finish things first time.
I said the other day on the podcast that when Celtic lost that, when Rangers stopped them for winning the 10, I mean, I remember everybody was saying, like, this is going to take a few years. Celtic, a lot of players, they obviously lost the league 25 points or something like that was. Other sort of better players were leaving, they didn't have defence, goalkeeper and stuff, and you're thinking, this could take a couple of years to rebuild. But Ange came in and then it changed right away. Could this be similar for Rangers next season?
Ange came in, it changed, but also Rangers didn't kick on.
They didn't strengthen, did they?
They didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't go and spend the money
Which
they had to
Celtic
spend.
will.
Well, they need to.
Aye.
They need to do it because.
What do you think they'll be targeting £8-9 million players?
I think it's hard to say. It's just going and spending 8 million is not a guarantee. I just mean it's been like maybe players under 22 that are potential, that are maybe the best young
more
players.
Experience you're talking about.
Maybe the next level up to say right. You can still find a gem. It doesn't have to be right. You've spent 10 million, therefore it's a guarantee. But just the next level, you can't have loads of players that you're trying to like. Yang, when they come on, they're good players, but they're projects. They need to develop. But you're bringing them on to win games, the both of them at the same time sometimes. And
he's disappeared.
He's not been near it.
Not even the bench.
Look, Adam Eder comes in January, and everybody, all the Celtic fans, like, it's a disgrace. It's a disgrace bringing a player in that can't get a game at Norwich, and but he's come in and he's been effective because he's a level above that young. Because he's got a good bit
Would you go 5 million in him?
I think, do you know what? I think I would, by the way.
Would you?
He's a project as well. I think he's got development today, but I think that he's physicality. I don't know if you'd need to pay that much for him.
See, on the evidence last night, I thought he was different class, right? I've got to say, it was probably his best game for me. And it takes time to settle in and all that carry on. But 5 million, jury's out for me. I don't know. I'm sitting there. I would need to look at him like Brendan does every day, right, and think, right, okay, I wouldn't just judge him that game last night, but he's done all right since he's came and he's scored goals. But I would need to know we're working on him every day, right? Are there more potential for you to go the next level? And Rodgers will know that.
He's not going to play every week. And the only way you get to realise that potential is by playing every week.
Yeah. Well, but Celtic play, well, next year will play a lot of games, don't they? So you'll need, no matter who it is, you'll need guys to come in there and be quality to say, right, I'm going to challenge Kyogo for the position. So he's probably one of them that could.
See if Rangers win the cup final, is that a success for Kilmarnock?
Oh, aye. I think so.
Even they got themselves back into the league though, and then they fell away.
But listen, it was always going to be paper now the cracks, wasn't it? Because you just don't. You look at what happened with Bale and the way Rangers were going. You're never got to turn them into consistent up their levels. And Paddy makes a great point. I think the manager's come out and a couple of people have looked at him and went, I fucking know about his comments. But it's right, he's just trying to keep them going. He's trying to encourage them. He's trying to just get to the end of the season and then say, do you know what, bang, right, done. So I think for where he was with the players, right, and there's a perfect example. Faddy says probably get rid of nearly every one of them. And I think Rangers supporters are thinking we need a massive clear out and start again to win a double. I think you'd be over the moon with that. I think
it helps them a wee bit. Look, the big ones in the league, and the fact, as you say, they were in control. It's not that you're saying. I don't think many will say it's been a successful season, but it's better than no winning anything. It's better than only winning one cup. I think again on the players, it's not that I think he'll get rid of all of them. I think that if he could, he'd get rid of the majority of them. It's still, like you say, I think Butland, depending on if they got offered good money for him, Butland, Tavernier, I think Suter, but I think they need, and Yilmaz as well. I think Yilmaz has been brilliant for them.
You're not a big fan?
No, I like him. I've always thought he was. I used to argue with Derek every week and say no, he's a good player. He's good, but I think he's another one you could get money and reinvest. So that's a big summer for Rangers. Big summer for Rangers. Obviously, would rather win the cup than no, of course. But the big one's the league.
Can you see them win the cup?
They need to change how they play. They can't go in and start playing the last 3 games against Celtic, 2-0 down, nothing to lose, right, okay, let's go for it. They need to approach it different for the start. Can't sit and wait to be 0-0 nothing
so
to
what
lose.
would you go out and...
You have to.
Aye.
You have to go. Like the success they've had is by being brave and going pressing Celtic, stopping them from playing out. What Celtic showed last night, if they go with Ida, then they don't need to always play out and they can miss the press.
Yeah.
But Rangers need to force that onto Celtic. And if they go and sit back and wait till they're 2-0 down to start again, the way Celtic are getting better as the season draws to a close. They can't go and sit off them. They need to go and have a go.
What do you think?
I think, can they win it? Of course they can win it. But Celtic will certainly again massive favourites, and you'd expect Celtic, if they play the way they can. I'm with Friday. I think he's got to look at it and think, right, okay, he's tried a lot of things. Even at last week, he plays a lot of long balls early, trying to get up.
Does he need to change that?
I think he's got to change the system for me. Because no matter what the system is, he's not getting any success with the system, right? So I think he's got to change the system a wee bit, be more attacking in the sense that maybe even if he looks at, for instance, he played Lawrence last week, right? I thought Lawrence was miles off it, right? Miles off it. If he's going to want to play, Cantwell probably had his best game the other night there. I thought Cantwell was terrific, especially second half. Thought second half.
But the boy Salah done well against him. He just tired a wee bit, but he keeps going. He keeps going.
I thought second half, the ball in for Dessers, he gets his goal, if he can go, if fluke go, but it doesn't matter, goes in the back of net. So if he's going to play guys like that, I would go and play 2 number 10s and play different ones in the middle of the park, or try and do. I think he's got to try. There's nothing to lose here for me. Right, because I think if he just goes with the usual, the 4, the fucking 2, the 3, the 1 up there, and say, right, okay, we'll go and try our luck again, we'll go and play the long balls.
They can't.
Celtic will win the cup.
Like, if they've not got Seema or Maton, though, there's no point sitting in hitting the break if you've not got speed. You've no speed on the counter. You've no real like energy in midfield. Cantwell brings it. To go and get in support or go beyond Dessers. When Rangers sit back and hit it long, because they've not got that real speed, or Sterling's playing as a winger when he's not a winger, you're hitting that for Dessers to race against Scales and Carter Vickers. You're not really like absorbing pressure and exploiting a weakness, because you've not got the pace to go and do that.
The problem is his personnel choices are difficult. He's got millions of injuries.
Is that worrying? Is that not the same case with the last 2 managers as well? That comes a period and a lot of injuries that seem to happen.
He's mentioned the fact that they've had so many injuries.
Did he?
Aye.
I'm sure that was the same under Van Bronckhorst. I'm sure it happened under Beale at a certain period.
They had a lot of injuries. When Postecoglou came at first, they had a lot of hamstrings, didn't they? The tight hamstrings and stuff like that. Maybe.
Are you surprised how many long balls Rangers they play?
No, when they've got the personnel.
Do you think that will change when he brings his own type of player in?
Maybe. I think it is a wee bit of getting the best out of what he's got. And look, when you're playing out as well, because they've got Davis is back now playing. When you've got a right sider playing on the left, it limits how much you can play. But even then, when they do go to play it, it's too slow. What Lundstrom or one of the midfielders drops in and makes it a back 3. They all play kind of safe. Nobody really wants to turn and play an actual penetrating forward pass, and ultimately then it becomes a diagonal or a ball clipped up the side. They're not getting what Tavernier, the success they've had, obviously all his goals is getting them high and wide, getting your wide man to occupy the fullback and getting balls into the box, and they don't really do that as much.
He'll change it. He's got to change it next year. I don't think Rangers fans will go and watch. I'm all for getting balls up the park quickly, directly, because you've got a better chance of scoring up there. It's more exciting. You go and put pressure on. But I don't think just taking the ball for a centre back and thinking, right, I'll hit a diagonal and hope that Sterling will beat Greg Taylor and somebody will run on it. I don't think that works against top teams, right? I think you've got to try and play and move people and then play the quick early ball. Because I thought, if you look at Postecoglou, I thought he was brilliant. Emphatic fullbacks come in, they dominate it, and then bang, they were away. They knew how to play. But I don't think he'll get. I think what he's doing is, as we've highlighted earlier, I think he's just getting the best out of this team to say, get me to the end of the season. I've got one cup final left, and then I need to go to work.
Even if you've got to play, like, you need to dominate the midfield. They can't do that because
they've not got players.
The Celtic midfield's better than Rangers midfield. So if they want to go and try and play through, they want to, their energy's good. They want to go and press you. Celtic, they want to win the ball back as quick as you can. They make you, they don't allow you to turn for a start. So if you're getting outmatched in the midfield, you can't play through it. So I think it is get what you can out of this group of players till he gets his own type of players in, and then with a pre-season, I'm sure he'll try and do his recruitment as early as he can. Then you'll probably get a better idea of what a Philippe Clement side looks like.
Are you heading to Celtic Park on Saturday to cheer your team on?
I was down there last night, me and Dad. Driving round,
Were you?
Oh, what a night. Honestly,
hold on a minute. You watched it on the telly.
Final whistle.
Then you jumped.
Went out to his. He had the motor started. Two went down. Marcia was down in London. FaceTimed her for the wind. For the motor.
You know, FaceTiming Jamesy.
Just message him. Where are you going later? Can I come and meet you?
Please go on the FaceTime.
By the way,
my dad's here.
We're going to go into Hibs with Montgomery, but I just wanted to ask you here because it's almost blown up down in England with Ange. Have you seen this? Where do you stand with that? Because we were debating it the other night. It's not about you don't want to win for yourself, but if Celtic were, I wouldn't want Rangers to win the league.
So you'd rather see Celtic getting beat? That's what you're saying, that?
Aye.
So you'd rather
see Rangers winning the league.
You would give Celtic up.
It's different up here because ultimately
it's only two teams.
It's you or them that's winning it.
Aye.
Like, so if obviously if you're in a game, you're never going to be in a situation where for Celtic to lose, only Rangers win the league. It's no that you lose it as well.
Because it's only 2 games to go, that if Spurs beat Man City, Arsenal were going to win.
Aye, but Spurs had the chance to get into Europe. Champions League, they didn't have a chance to win the league.
Aye.
So Celtic and Rangers compete for the league title. So for Celtic to lose, you'd be losing the league as well as Rangers would be winning it. And it's difficult then to have a scenario in your head because it doesn't happen.
Ange just can't seem to understand what the fans are saying though, can't you know?
I'm with Ange.
You're with Ange?
All day long.
See if they didn't have Champions League.
All day long.
See if they couldn't make Champions League anymore and they were set in 5th. Would you still agree with Ange?
Ange's point is they're celebrating their team losing. And that's what he's saying. They're celebrating us losing. There's a build-up of everybody, most Spurs fans, saying we're happy to lose this game because it stops Arsenal winning the league. And that, for me, Spurs losing, they've not stopped Arsenal from winning the league because they've lost the game. They've just lost a game. Man City have stopped Arsenal from winning the league because they've won it. Spurs have just been beat and missed out in Champions League. So
he wasn't happy, was he?
Conte had a dig before about the culture at the club. Mourinho had a dig about the culture at the club.
I think he could walk by the way.
Ange is now saying he doesn't like the fact that people are happy losing. He doesn't want to be losing. The funny thing was, a lot of people say he doesn't understand rivalry.
I know.
You know, managed Celtic against Rangers, and that just shows you.
I know.
And he doesn't understand Champions League or the league.
A lot of shit. But he's actually, the worrying thing for me was he's actually said it's within the club as well.
There'll be 1 or 2 people getting sorted out in there. He's quite right. The mentality of a football club, if you want to go to the top, you cannot have that mentality around about you. You cannot.
He wants to win. He wants to challenge for leagues and win trophies.
No.
So he can't. He had a bit last week, 2 weeks ago, when they were saying all about Champions League, and he's like, I don't come here to try and qualify for the Champions League. I want to win the league. I want to win trophies. I don't want to win 4th. And say, well done, we made the Champions League. And that's his mentality, that he can't get his head round that fourth is, look, I'm not saying it's still an amazing achievement. Look at Aston Villa and where they've gone. But when you've done that, season after season or every other season and qualify for the Champions League, at what point do you say, right, what's next?
But see, Faddy, when you were at Everton and say with Liverpool and Arsenal, you would have wanted Arsenal to win it rather than Liverpool. Do you know what I mean with that?
I would have wanted Liverpool, Arsenal to win, and I would still want Arsenal to win over Liverpool. I'd want anybody to win over Liverpool, but not at the detriment of Everton. Fascinating. I don't know, but if I was going for, it's different because he's having a go at the fans and the people within the club. As a player, there's no way any Spurs player, none, went out and went, do you know what, I wouldn't mind losing no chance. Absolutely no chance.
No, as a player, I can't buy that for anybody. I've never.
Players would never go into a pitch
in all my years of football, I've never seen that.
But I look, you would never want your rivals to win anything. But I just couldn't imagine wanting my team to fail. Just because your opponent,
unless you're good way done.
Well, they're missing it on. I know they don't need it. They're missing it on Champions League money and bonuses. Exactly. Champions League money is not a big deal to the English teams, but it helps with where. Look, so Ange wants to take. He wants to take Spurs to being challengers for a title. They're not in the Champions League next year, so the level of player might not be as. If Aston Villa and Spurs are going for the same player, there's a chance to go to Aston Villa or Spurs. So I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
He doesn't seem himself at all now, doesn't he? No?
Who? Big Ange?
He doesn't like losing. He's not winning.
He's cracked up in that media a few times. But anyway, we're here to talk about Scottish football. We're not doing there.
We'll cut that bit out. That was rubbish anyway.
Montgomery, are you surprised? He's been sacked?
I know. But a typical, innit? Sack a manager and they go and pump Motherwell 3-0 last night.
I know, last night.
Done all right. But they've got to stop somewhere. You know,
is that why Si's not on? Because Hanlon and Stevenson played last night and they won 3-0.
I don't know what to talk about that.
Because you made their arse it.
But you look at a club and you can't keep going sacking manager. Know what'll happen? Watch the space. David Gray will get another result of the weekend and he'll end up getting a job.
With Big
Malky. Are they appointing the right type of manager though?
Well, obviously.
It's not just the manager. It's not just the manager.
Club,
it's the way they're doing it. The recruitment.
Hey, for club, Ken there, Paddy. It's because I'm going Kirkcaldy tomorrow night. I'm blending in.
Oh, you're getting ready?
Oh, I have. I'm doing my speech tomorrow night.
What's the speech for?
Well, the fucking club legend's getting back. So, if you want to know anything about my career, sit next to me, mate. I'll be fucking all out there.
He's a wee bit of me.
No, I've got my script ready for tomorrow. Fucking, I hope the game gets late or kick off, you know what I mean? And there at half-5. I'm just going a wee bit of hospitality and staying up.
Will you get blittered?
No, because I've got a 12 o'clock start on Saturday now.
Staying up and go back down in the morning?
Aye, stay up. A lot of selfies to get through and stuff like that, you know. Looking forward to it. I've not been back for... can't remember last time I was ever back in that stadium. The day I walked out and got fucking pumped, sacked. I'm getting back up for my holiday pie.
The big boy. What's the big boy's name? See, still the handyman. You're big striker.
I'll get up to see if he's done any repairs around about the stadium.
Paddy, would you have kept him?
Look, I think the timing was maybe merely a surprise. I know they lost heavily to Aberdeen. And I said this last week. And they've addressed part of it with bringing Malky Mackay in. There's more problems. The manager's the one that takes the flak, and the manager's always the one that suffers, and that's always the case with football. But there's something that is seriously lacking at Hibs that's not working, and it's no every manager that comes in. Look, maybe they're making the wrong decisions on the manager, maybe, and the results and performance in the last 3 managers would suggest they probably are, but there's a bigger problem at Hibs. How they come into the appointment of these managers. Like, what is the remit of these managers? What are they asking them for? Is it just to win we hear that Hibs, you know, they want them to play a certain style. Is that not happening? The players that they're recruiting, the same players are there. Some of the players for Jack Ross. There's been 3 managers since. So there's been a big problem at Hibs, whether it's who's making the decisions they're making. There's no clear. I don't see a clear plan of what they're trying to do with Hibs in terms of, you know, the recruitment.
So what's Marky been brought in for?
Has he been brought in sport director?
Right, because you've got Brian McDermott, haven't you? You get Brian McDermott, then you'll have Malky.
So what does Brian McDermott do?
I don't know.
What's his title?
He was a technical director.
Technical director.
Malky will come in and do everything.
Right.
Oversee everything for me, and that's the way it has to be.
Do you think that's a good appointment?
Aye, I do, because he's had the head of performance at the SFA, so he knows about, you know, structure, and it's different because it's not a day-to-day thing with, you know, a club. But he's obviously been a manager and had to do that the old school way that you would have done, where you're the manager. He's done that, but he's coming in to maybe get proper recruitment in place and get the right structures in place at the club. I wouldn't be surprised if David Gray gets it. I know that the next one is, would it be a young manager? Well, you're not going to get an experienced manager that's going to go in and work.
You need an experienced manager. You need to know.
You need to get a young head coach.
Who do you think is? Who do you think is favourite to get that job?
I don't know who that. Listen,
There's some names. You must know names.
I don't. I know no names whatsoever. I'm going David Gray because I think they're at a situation.
I thought you were going no names.
Well, David Gray's there, isn't he?
I'm going no names.
David Gray. Or somebody else. I think because Malky's in there now, I think they might just put a younger, like a David Gray, in there and just work that system. So, right? Well, they've tried everything else, haven't they?
I can't even think of other names. Who'd be in for that? Rhys McCabe, actually. I've heard about Rhys McCabe. He's been sniffing about his
I think right now, I think Rhys McCabe's doing a terrific job at Airdrie, right? But I think right now that's just a step too big for where Hibs are, right? Because you look at the sacking managers left, right and centre, you're not getting time. And if you're Rhys McCabe and you get in there, it's a different level for Airdrie to Hibs.
But David Gray's never managed, is he? He's only been like interim, isn't he?
But he's been there, he knows the club, he's inside the club, everything about it. And then you've brought Malky in. So Malky might just be the sit back and work it together to see how that goes, you know what I mean? Because I think Faddy's right. I think if you're a strong, experienced manager getting that job, the first thing I'd be sitting down and just going, right, okay, what's your role and what's your role to McDermott and Malcolm Mackay, and what's my role? So how does this work in the 3, right? And I think if you take a lot of the power away from the experienced manager, I think, no thank you.
It kind of rules out the experienced ones that are used to being managers. So like Derek McInnes is in charge. And it's not that he's named the answer to, but he's allowed to do the job because he knows how to do it. So it rules out a Derek McInnes. You might get another younger coach that wouldn't mind, you know, having somebody to take some of the flack. Younger as in, they're still experienced manager, but no.
Stephen Robertson, look at the job he's done at St Mirren.
Would he be one that would? Or is
he's used to doing everything as well.
Aye.
Mate, I'm just throwing names in there. Tony Dock.
That's here, Tony Dock as well, aye.
Tony Dock's done it.
Exactly. The wheels just started to turn. Just started to turn.
By the way, hold on. No, I'm looking, I'm going, where's the Premier League? Who's in 7th?
What about the main man? The main man? No, he's alright with this.
Alright.
What about the main man? Wee Billy?
How would he be with Malky and that?
Well, that's it. That's the thing. Billy's a manager, isn't he? He's I know he's been out the game a bit, but he's a manager and he's a brilliant, actually organiser.
Billy needs to be in charge as well.
Aye, Billy's.
Aye. But how would you be if you were into that situation and you didn't have sort of full control or mercy, or you're just going to? I wouldn't
get into a club if I didn't have the full control of it. Look, I know the modern day game now is you've got to, but me personally, I would have to, like Derek, as you say, Derek McInnes at Kilmarnock, Derek is doing the job. Derek will either be successful or get sacked because of what he's doing. Right? I hate the fact that now clubs, and it happens that they walk in and they hand you the players and say, right, we've signed these 3 players and you'll ever die by them. But they're really no your signings.
That's what's happened to the last 3 Hibs managers.
Yeah, they're no your signings. Right? So you're maybe looking at these guys going, I play a different way and this guy doesn't fit into that and he doesn't, but you're told that these guys are your signings, you've got to go and, so you're the head coach. See, the minute you become head coach, you're under a bit of pressure.
You need to still have a say though, don't you, in the players that you bring in.
Aye.
It's maybe you're no in control of who's in charge of every department, but you need to decide who's coming to the club. There needs to be, you know, a list of players that fits the profile of how you want to play as a manager. Head of recruitment or recruitment, go and find it, bring the player to you and say, right, these are the options, take the one that you think is best suited to you, not just, this guy, we've looked at him and we think if we bring him in for that, we're going to sell him for that, and you know, eventually we'll develop him. No really knowing how he's going to fit into your team, and so your development isn't even possible because it doesn't fit into how you want to play. And then you change your manager with the same young player or player that you've tried to sell on, who's not played under him, he's not going to play under the next one, and you just keep making the same mistakes every single time. It needs to change for Hibs.
Be fucking sick up there, wouldn't they? Must be sickened by what's going on.
Good club as well. I remember going to one of the opening games, Easter Road. It was Hibs and St Mirren. There were about 19,000 there. It was incredible. The potential they've got up there is unbelievable.
And it's just the same mistake after mistake they're making, isn't it?
And by the way, that's expensive as well. It's not cheap to keep bringing managers in, sacking them, making mistakes on players. Like, you can't get every player right. I think that the 2 best signings of late have been Marcondes and Malida, 2 loan signings.
They've been good, haven't they?
They've been excellent.
That main stand's got the best cardio workout ever in it. Fucking hell, man.
Tynecastle's steep.
Oh, no, as steep as that.
Aye.
Fuck it, I'd take a lunch break going up to the press box and that. Have you been there?
No.
Mate, honestly. Fucking hell, man. Just step after step after step.
I'm going to go Rhys McCabe.
Aye.
That's I watched it, I really liked his team playing this season.
They were unlucky against Party, by the way.
It's just up front a wee bit. Just lacked that.
They played some.
I think in that
stuff.
That scenario with Malky, I've always been one that says he's young, let him develop. I don't think it's outrageous to say it. I still would like to see him do it a wee bit longer and
aye,
because he's still
learn a bit more.
Of course, I think that's a club he could get swallowed up.
Do you?
Aye, I think he. If I was advising him, I'd be saying, look, just stick where you are. There's bigger and better things coming for you. But I don't think Hibs now is a right club for a young, I would call him inexperienced, to walk in there. I think he would just get overrun with that club. I think he's got to keep. Listen, we've been in coaching, man. See, the first 2 years I was in management, mate, I hadn't a fucking clue. You don't realise what's going on. I'm just not talking, but you thought that you would turn up and put on the coach and pick the team this Saturday, do a wee tact, put a sub on, then if it worked, you would take all the credit and the press after it. Oh, see, management, it's one of the hardest jobs in the world. I was all over the place. I used to sit at night and go, what happened the other day? Jesus Christ. And the things that go on in a football club, and that was years ago.
Aye.
See now, because we were talking about, you've got sporting directors, director of football, fucking everything that you have to deal with. So I think that McCabe, good young manager coming up, I think he'll learn good things. I wouldn't get near Hibs. Unless it's a few quid.
Well, mate, what happened to you on the mics last night?
Do you not see it?
I couldn't believe it was
The pyros burnt the wire.
What did it?
Aye.
Did you get fear?
The mics just cut it. Couldn't hear a thing. Couldn't hear
Did you
it.
not hear anybody?
No. Couldn't hear myself talking. They were just singing all behind us. Couldn't hear it. Anything.
It was just as Rogers came in as well, wasn't it?
The pyros now?
Oh my
The
God.
pyros on.
By the way,
It looked amazing, but I can threw it down and it burnt the wires.
I was as good as
knocked
me
the sound
putting
out.
BBC after there one day. That was the best day of my life. I've never laughed so much in my life. Full show. I fucking...
Were you
I put
He
them
wasn't
up
working for BBC, but he worked BBC half air.
I was what, mate.
Was it not Wraith?
I was at Wraith Rovers. And it must have been about 15 of them sitting doing the live show. I was Wraith in Aberdeen, and because I was with Clyde at the time, I used to go to the games. I get sent up to Starts Park, and for the first time I was on my own. And you've got this kit, I didn't know.
You need to take a wee ISDN thing,
mate,
plug it in and dial up and all that.
So I didn't know how to work it. So I goes up, we just go up there and just plug it in. You're based there, BBC are all doing there, I'm on my own. So I walks up, and the boy Steve Cowan that played with Hibs, he must have been winding up, right? And I said, Steve, I really don't, so I've got the gear, I don't know what I'm fucking doing. He went, you need to plug in your, is it the ST?
ISDN.
Aye. He says, you need to plug that line in, right? And I went, right, it's like a phone line. And he went, they're nobody using that. So I pulled the thing out and put it in, right? I'm like, aye, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Next minute I turned round. I'm no kidding you, you should have seen their faces. Everybody just turned round like that, right? Looked up, fucking Willie Miller. I don't know if Derek was there. Willie Miller, Michael Stewart, every single, Richard Gordon, every one of them, mate. BBC, radio, boom, gone. I'd pulled their fucking wee boy, was he?
Colin.
Was he racing with you?
Colin Stephen.
Mate, honestly.
Was that not the one you were nearly fighting with him?
Aye, oh, it was just funny as fuck. Oh, it was funny, honestly. For 5 minutes, they couldn't get back on there.
Was MD panicking last night?
Aye, loads behind the camera.
Were they?
Aye, because we couldn't hear anything. So obviously Brendan had just started talking, and
I don't think he was understanding Rodgers what was going on.
no, it just happened though. As soon as he started,
her mic, and he was still talking into his.
I never seen that, but I turned it off.
Then it just took forever to get it back on. Me and Boyd are sharing the mic as well. At the end, it was look, see that to get it back, they'd done an amazing job. But aye, that's the first time something like that's happened to Pyro burning through the wires.
Mate, see if that happened to me, I would just sprint. I would attribute it. No way I could deal with that. Mate, honestly.
So when it was me, Lenny and Ailey, I couldn't hear what she was asking him, and I couldn't hear what he was saying back. So then when she was talking, I had to go right in to try and hear what she was saying. And at times you're guessing, because normally you get this programme through your ear as well, so you can hear it. If it's loud, you just turn the volume up your ear and you can hear what's going on. Couldn't hear anything.
So see when it came to you, what
are you
just guessing?
Not I'm on the same level.
You just need to try and go on with it.
Oh mate, because I don't. For me, watching that's like Rodgers isn't getting it.
No,
he's not too keen.
Well, he turned round and started talking to me and Lenny, and we're going.
You and Lenny just came to that.
None. Sorry, I can't hear you.
I must say, if I did, it might be a wee bit cheesy, but I did love the wee moment Rodgers pushed Lenny to the crowd. I did. I loved it. I mean, it is a bit cheesy, and all that stuff. I'm not really into all that. But listen, I did. It was a wee touch. It gave me a wee smile on my face. That one. Anyway,
you're cheering this. Yes, go on, Lenny.
Because he is a Celtic legend, and obviously with that season, Lenny.
Oh, I love Lenny. I think.
And obviously with that season, it ended terrible, obviously, but it was nice to see that sort. And he was on at the Hydro as well, wasn't he? The Celtic show on the stage. So brilliant. Anyway, here's that Celtic. I wasn't there.
No,
I wasn't there. No,
it
did look brilliant. His Stratton looked unbelievable. I can't wait for him to come on. I might actually.
Lee-Man thinks he's coming on a podcast.
He does.
Who's Sharky?
Started going on a podcast.
He's like, that just says aye. What is it? It's a live show in the Hydro. I just thought it was a podcast.
He done me like a cupper, didn't he? Hampden. He done the Hall of Fame at Wraith Rovers, and I had lunch with him. Right, I was at it. I was lunch with him, sitting. We're talking about the good old days, and I played against Strachan when Aberdeen were the top dogs, come down, done Rangers, Celtic, cup finals and all that carry on. And we were blaring away and Gordon. Faddy, you cannot do that. Mate, you can't, you never smiled after it.
No, it's the second.
You never even pulled my finger.
Any party.
Did you?
No, it's a fucking shit.
You need to take that Larry Patton.
Where did that happen?
Peter Martin. But nobody, I don't know how we pause after it.
It was like, aye, so started
I don't know why I felt fucking genius.
I wish I did, mate, but
Ronnie O'Sullivan always does it, see he's played snooker, he always lets back and blames the ref for doing it.
Oh,
the
mate.
darts players did it, didn't they?
Oh, anyway, try.
So, go on, great one. I don't.
It was your smile though, mate, it's worrying me.
I did.
I got a smell, I got a smell.
I see the smell.
I done it earlier, right?
But felt
no, moved. So I'm like, sounded like a fart there. And then that was quite a loud one, and I was like,
the worst
I honestly did think you let one go there.
The worst is when you do it out yourself and you've done a fart, just let it run out, and then somebody comes up and meets you, and you're like, oh fuck, they're going to smell what I farted.
No, the worst is when you do it in the motor, and somebody comes walking towards you, and you're like, shit, man.
Air con on.
One day down, keep your distance, mate, and then stick your head in your lap.
No, you just get out. You get out and meet them.
No master bit yet.
You jump out the motor. How you doing?
You got to pick your wings up and you've done it. Oh, you tripped my pal off. Oh, shit.
No,
Motor's rotten.
oh, brilliant, man. Anyway, sorry, Dazzler.
What were you saying?
I fucking forgot.
Can you hear it, Keir? No? Can you hear it?
Three grown men killing themselves laughing at a false fart.
Have you seen you look like Leslie Nielsen used to do it. Have you not seen that, Leslie Nielsen? You need to watch that at all. He's got a wee fart machine. The talk, doing an interview and he'll go,
Oh my god, that's
go, wee
incredible,
Gordon.
man.
give me that so it doesn't make a noise.
Oh, Stratton. On you go, Dazzler, sorry.
Aye, so I've met him at the Hall of Fame, absolutely brilliant. Going great with him. Going great with him. Fucking goes to heart. Oh, fuck, I'm not telling the story. I've lost it.
Oh, God.
Like that, you fart.
Oh, God, that's a fucking great story, I know.
I've actually forgot it, mate.
Come on, need to move.
Aye, fucking
Just
everybody thing me. So you're talking about wee Gordon and going, Daz, he's called me Daz and everything like that, right? Talking about playing against him. I'm fucking walking away saying, great guy, really like him, you know, great company, personality. So we always do, I think it's a cup final at Hampden. It was about a year ago, last year. And Strachan's in the, you know, the press room where you go for a bite to eat before it. And Wilson, right up, because obviously fucking Wilson played under Strachan, fucking gaffer, right, usual gaffer, fucking detest that. So he goes up to him. So me being the bold Dazzler, I'm like, all right, Gordon, he's five, and all that care, all right. And he walks away, and Mark Wilson comes back to the table and sits down, he's fucking pissing himself. I says, what's up with you? He says, Strachan just went, who the fuck's that? I'm up, Gino. No a handshake, man. I've never, honestly, God, I've never felt so embarrassed.
Mate, he's so good. Don't be things like that, man. He could fucking shoot you down.
Like, next time I see him, I'm kicking him right in the balls. He's not getting away with that.
Was that after you stopped dyeing your hair though, maybe?
No, I was I sure was. Because I'm not dyeing my hair. I never, it just went natural.
Oh, you just like that, wasn't it?
By the way, I'm getting a new one. I'm getting a wee bit of, I don't know what you think about this. Well, I can ask a wee bit of dark grey in it.
Are you?
Aye.
Oh, well,
You better watch it doesn't go blue though. Not a wee old woman with a blue rinse.
No, a wee bit, I just think a wee bit.
You'll shoot that, mate.
Yeah, I think I can pull that off.
I think you'll be glasses on as well, mate. You'd look sexy as fuck.
Well, do you know what? I bought the first pair of sunglasses I've ever owned the other day there.
What brand?
Oh, they're good.
Kev's glasses are Range Rovers.
What?
Kev's got a pair of Range Rover glasses.
Range Rover glasses?
Range Rover on the side of them.
I'm not getting a fucking Passat here.
Honestly, God.
A Range Rover?
Up to St Andrews, me and Big Kev, and I just turned around to look at the window and I clocked Range Rover in his glasses, and I'm thinking, where the fuck did you get them?
Mine's
just
your,
an optician's.
mine's your new TK Maxx.
How's his hair looking?
Terrible.
Is it?
I don't think it's up, mate. I don't want to say him, but I don't want to say it.
I'm not too sure, but I think he'll pick it up here.
Honestly.
Is he struggling with it, is he?
I mean, I know it's still very early on, obviously, the procedure, but I'm like...
It's only been, what, a month?
Is it like Faddy's, you know?
Aye, something like
Just
that.
with a line run it?
Aye. Doesn't seem if it's...
It'll grow
I think he's new thinking that's no up
Nah, it'll
at
grow
all.
Tell me, are they a case of he can get that done and that doesn't grow back in?
Aye.
Fuck me.
As soon as you shave your hair off when you're anywhere near being thin, it never comes back, mate.
But he was only gone for it because he did
Aye, but they done there as well, didn't it?
Aye. Honestly. But anyway, see on Stratton, that's the one that I'm... With Snoddy, I'll have him in toast. I'll have Snoddy on toast when I got on that stage, but it's more with Stratton, I think, could...
You'll crumble.
Not Faddy, I'm telling you.
You'll say something, right? And he'll just go, what? And you go, nothing. Doesn't matter. Not me, I didn't say it.
Were you there when he was there?
Stratton, no. But I've heard he's... No, he's brilliant, listen, he's absolutely brilliant, but I think with that, no, but with me, Faddy, I think I could say something, he could just pause and then stare. That's what, with Snoddy, listen, he's in a world of trouble, Snoddy with me, he really is. But with Stratton's the one I kind of think, I'll maybe try to get off stage for him when he comes on.
Just keep going.
I think so.
If he says...
He'll be there anyway with me, mate, so you can back me up if there's any struggles.
Hold you back.
Honestly, mate, that's the one I'm really worried with.
Why?
Especially if he's done you as well, mate.
Oh, but he done me seriously, it wasn't a fucking joke. That wasn't a wind up, he fucking hadn't a clue who I was.
Wait till you see him. Who's in a high row? Oh, Ricardo, how are you doing?
Listen,
I'll be time up at Kirkcaldy.
I'll be stowing the wings with but they're waiting for you. Don't worry, if you want a wee horn with him.
Hey, I'm honest, I can't wait. Mate, it's 8 days.
I can't believe how quick that's been.
I know it's flew in, mate, innit? What have you, sorry, I'm going to go, I swear to God, I'm not going to go into the St John's game. Have you got your outfit picked?
Right.
You're no bothered with that?
See, I'm struggling.
What do you mean,
here.
outfit?
So weird, but the boys have got it in months before.
What?
I'm still waiting, I've been personal shoppers, not
Are you going for Versace again?
Thinking about going for something, like a classy shirt. Aye, similar to that.
Aye.
Are you going bright colours?
I'm going to go with these black trousers, that's the ones I've not had off, but I'll keep them on because they go with most.
Same.
Aye,
black
and you're
trousers
going to
every
go
day.
for something flashy up top, I think.
Just a shirt and a pair of trousers?
Did you see any of the stuff the other day without going into detail? Did you see some of the content that's going up on the big screen?
It's fucking...
How am I not seen none of this? Everybody else has seen
You
it.
need to come in the office and see
Oh,
it.
right.
It's hilarious.
Genius seeing it in it.
They're a bit in it. I went home that night, thought about it and still started laughing.
I think people will be so surprised at a lot of it.
Unfortunately, it involves you. You know the bit I'm talking about,
Oh
don't
my
you?
God. Wow.
It's fucking brilliant.
That is nuts. Isn't it? People will not believe what's actually happened there. And we'll go into full detail on the stage after I've seen it. You've seen it as well, haven't you?
What?
Don't.
What's been wrong with you?
Aye.
What do what that one? Imagine that happened in Sky last night. Len was like, Faddy. It's you now, Faddy.
The sound's gone. Oh, aye, obviously.
Get one of him.
You take that back down, you'll be going where Kev went.
Mate, I'm not going back to fuck that came to me. Anyway, wow, what a goal last night for St Johnstone, wasn't it? Couldn't believe that. 91 minutes it was, wasn't it? Lifeline.
I don't
That's
know.
massive.
Huge goal.
Ross County, Aberdeen, St Johnstone, Motherwell. Ross County, you've got to say. A draw does a minute because they've got better goal difference.
No.
Is it not?
No, if
Does Ross County not get the better goal
if St
difference?
Johnstone won, Ross County 81.
2 points of difference, isn't it?
2 points, but three goals in it for St Johnstone. They're minus 29, St Johnstone minus 26.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought it was the other way about. Oh. But St Johnstone are playing a...
I think Motherwell beat St Johnstone anyway, so it doesn't matter.
See, on Motherwell, I
saw the other night.
didn't realise this, right? Obviously, the goals they scored have been incredible. 3 clean sheets.
Aye, that's see the bad run they were on.
3 clean sheets.
The defending was comical at times.
I found that hard to believe.
I know.
3 clean
Because
sheets.
they look a well coached team though, don't they? It seems they already know what they're doing.
No, it wasn't even. It wasn't. It was individual errors. I know that like, people be like, fucking hell, well, that's what happens. But like the most bizarre ones, terrible decisions, terrible defending. No, as a team, just individuals different individuals at different times. You're watching the game going, like, what are you actually doing? Mm-hmm. How's that even, some of them you're like, how's that even possible?
So you think Motherwell beats St Johnstone?
I think Motherwell beats St Johnstone.
I honestly think that both of them could lose, because I watched highlights of the Aberdeen game and they created a lot of chances.
They're doing well now, aren't they?
Honestly, I felt for
Right,
Reid.
what about him for Hibs?
Who?
Under Malky? Peter leaving?
I thought you were going to say Dave Mander. See his interview last night? Did you see his interview?
No.
Oh mate, honestly, it was fucking brilliant. But it's just him. I feel for him and I hope he does a good job coming back up, but it'll be difficult. But Aberdeen going to Ross County, they looked decent last night.
I think he's right. I think looking at the games, I think it'll be St Johnstone. It finished the second bottom. I think I'll take care of them.
See, St Johnstone, they're one of these teams that, see away from home when they're really no chance, like Hibs and all that, they can pull off a result.
Big Theo Bear. Didn't have a great time at St Johnstone, did he?
Oh, I forgot about that.
I know bad.
Here's another one, right? Hope he's not watching, but I'm going to highlight him. Stevie May, centre forward, many goals this season.
But do you think their style is brutal, innit?
It doesn't matter how many goals this season. Many, Faddy. I'll give you nearer the
3.
3, go.
2.
Fuck all. Duck.
What's the appearances though?
Well, he'll be on well over double figures appearance.
I
used to love Stevie May as well. How can you get through a season scoring 8 goals, right? I'd be going in saying to the boy, just put me as a defender. You know what I mean? Soon it comes up in your Wikipedia, Stevie May defender. You can
change that anyway.
You can't be a striker.
Why you changed that?
Defensive. No, defensive forward.
Attacking defender.
An assist. Do people do that? Like want to change your things?
An assister. I've never looked at it. I don't look at that.
Bill definitely wouldn't have. Bill would have done it 100%. Anyway, lads, on to the cooking. Here we go. I don't know the scores.
I know we've not got the results for last week. I know I get the score right in the Old Firm game.
Did you?
And Dessers to score. That should be me. I don't know 8.
By the way,
you must be out it now.
I got a goal scorer, but I went for about fucking 10 draws, I think. I just went all draws.
Oh, Fad, that was unreal with Kenny, wasn't it? With the honestly, mate, that's a felt. I was like, Kenny, just wrap it now. Just stop talking.
Well, he thinks that was a yellow. I don't know many other people that do. No. He's not going to back down. It was a red card.
Did you think it was a penalty?
I think when he gives it, you're not overturning it. He does impede him. Whether he was going to hit a shot or no, he stops him from being able to hit it by putting his foot in front. And like, if you go back and forward, people are saying, well, Matt O'Reilly initiates the contact. He doesn't. Diamande puts his foot in the position of where he's going to put his next. Look, the dive, the way he went down was theatrical. And I think if the ref, Wee Willie, wave play on, I'm not sure it'd have been given on review.
He was raging, Wee Willie, for the game, wasn't he?
He's always raging.
I would debate the penalty, right? I can understand, right? I'm not going to sit here and say aye or no, but I could, if that wasn't given, I wouldn't be shouting for the rooftops, right? But I agree with Kenny. I don't think it was a red. No. He's looking at me. He's going, oh, for fuck. What was your next line there?
Right, here we go. On to the cooking. Hearts Rangers.
Rangers.
Oh. See Shankman's goal last night?
No, I've not seen any of that.
Mate, right. Have you not seen his goal?
No, I've not seen any of the goals.
See the beginning, I thought he didn't try it, right? What a fucking goal it is. What a goal that is. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't start though. Something all right there.
They say 30 goals.
Tell you.
Something all right.
Hey, look into that one.
Hearts Rangers, I'm going to go Who will Rangers play with the cup final? They've got a lot of injuries. I'm going to go. I'll go Hearts.
I'm going to go draw.
I've said Rangers. Rangers will win.
Celtic St Mirren.
Celtic.
Yeah.
Motherwell St Johnstone.
Motherwell.
Motherwell for me.
You know what's going to happen?
What?
St John's still going to win. Stevie May's going to score the winner.
Aye, St Johnstone.
After you saying that.
St Johnstone. I want me Stevie to score.
How good would that be?
I will be waiting for him coming off the birthday. Yes.
Imagine first goal. Right, Dundee, Kelly.
2 each draw. The last 3 in the league have been 2 each. 2 each draw.
I fancy Kelly.
Aye, Kelly for me. Livy, Hibs.
Hibs.
Aye. Hibs.
Hibs for me, aye. Ross County, Aberdeen.
After last night's showing, I'm going Ross County. Hey, Aberdeen, sorry.
Aberdeen.
Aye, because I thought
I'm going to go Ross County.
Ross County.
Aye. Is this the last County show of the year? One more after this?
No.
So next week, all the boys will be back. Derek will be back from... He's in Spain, isn't he? He's in Spain. Sai will be back. And
What's Sai not here for? What do you know what I come
well.
Actual?
Aye,
Or is he just saying
he was fucked yesterday and then he turned up with a wee fight Finn Jake on at that golf yesterday and he was shivering through the whole thing, so deserve everything he gets, mate.
Aye,
Didn't he?
absolutely.
But they'll be back next week, boys. It's been a fucking tough
Well
one.
done. Well done,
Thanks very much,
Slim.
lads. Well done.
Yeah,